I have done several videos about the Canopus ADVC 110 and the Blackmagic Design Intensity Shuttle. I've also done a couple videos about my cheap USB capture card. In this particular video, I'm going to use the Ads Pyro AV link. This video is going to be about using time-based correction type products, otherwise known as a TBC. You can see towards the top, his head looks kind of weird. So that's what you're going to expect with old worn out VHS tapes. But if you notice on the computer screen, we're not getting that wiggly, video at the top. But that's a big difference between the two different images. One's really wiggly and the other one's coming out just fine. The reason that looks really wiggly is because it's an old worn out VHS tape. The Roxy music was really starting to wiggle there. I'm going to hit stop and rewind this just for a few seconds. I'm going to hit play, and now I'm going to record real quick. We can see it's wiggling on the TV monitor, not on the Adobe Premiere Pro interface. I don't need to catch too much of this video. If I even get like 20 seconds, that'll be fine for the purpose of this. Then we're seeing, it panning down. Once again, there we see the Roxy music really wiggling. That looks horrible. It looks fine on the Premiere Pro interface. So I'm going to hit stop. I think we've got enough of it. I'm going to do testing 01, and that should be just fine. I don't need this part of the user interface anymore, so I'm going to close out. I'm now playing out the timeline of Adobe Premiere Pro, and we don't see all that wiggling at the top like we did. You're going to find out that you can read the text pretty easy. The reason being is all the IEEE Firewire-based DV converters are going to do their best to capture video, whether it's from VHS, Hi-8, and make it broadcast compliant. I mean, if the tape is stretched out and worn out from being fast forwarded and being rewound quite often, the ADVC 110 will do the same thing. It'll do its best to capture the video and make it broadcast compliant. So that's all I really wanted people to see. There's a world of difference. Like I said, you're not seeing the text wiggle on here at all. It looks 100% correct. I want to let people know that time-based correction type products were really designed to be used with the analog tapes. Not that you couldn't use them with some of the digital tapes, but they were really designed so that post-production houses and TV studios would be broadcast compliant. That's really what they were designed for. They weren't really designed for nonlinear editing, although you can use them for tape capture, obviously. I just want to say there's people on YouTube that will claim their TBC can do more than just simply adjust the timing on a worn out VHS or Hi-8 millimeter tape. They'll claim that it can do frame synchronization. They'll claim that it can buffer out frames in case there's a bad portion in the videotape. That is probably true, but these DV converters can do the exact same thing. They have a processor built right into them to handle all that stuff. It may do it better than some of your TBCs. It may do it worse than some of your TBCs. I want to say back in 1998 when they had the PCI video capture cards, they knew that the timing would be off on some of the videotapes. So they put that kind of hardware right on that PCI card. Same within 2003, same within 2005. In the world of computers today, some of the video capture cards don't have any type of TBC built into them. And so for those particular video capture devices, sure, a TBC can be useful. But there's a lot of products out there where it's not going to probably help at all. I've said it before, my Intensity Shuttle could benefit from using a TBC. You can watch the video I did about capturing VHS tapes with the Intensity Shuttle. My DV converter, it had the output of the VHS deck going into the input of the DV converter, and the output of the DV converter was going into my broadcast compliant monitor. As you notice, the DV converters, I've never seen one that can act as a pass-through time-based corrector. As you notice, going out to the monitor, everything was really wiggly and wobbly. But what you've seen on the Premiere Pro interface was nice and clean. It has to pass through that Firewire port. So in case people were thinking you could get, one of these DV converters to be used as a pass-through TBC, that will not work. One advantage the Firewire-based DV converters have over the USB capture devices is the fact that you can play back the Premiere Pro timeline or sequence to the broadcast compliant monitor. Keep in mind, the video, once it's captured with the DV converters, looks really crisp and clean. I also want to say that the DV converters do not lose sync with the audio. I've never had that happen. They seem to perform really good, and that's why I tend to recommend them. I should wrap this video up by stating whether I use the Canopus ADVC 110 or the ADS AV PyroLink, the quality seems to be about the same. And also the built-in TBC is about the same for straightening out video, making it broadcast compliant. One might have a slight advantage over the other if I really tested it for like 24 hours straight, with different tapes and stuff like that. But I'm saying in general, they work about the same. I used to have a Data Video DAC 100, and that worked about the same as well. The only reason I recommend the Canopus ADVC 110 over a lot of the other products is because it gets its power through the Firewire cable. And that's a big advantage to me because I don't have to worry about an adapter getting chewed up by my dog or getting lost or stolen. For some of you, it might not be a big issue. So if you see these products on eBay, just make sure a lot of them have the power adapter. I did this video to help demonstrate that some video capture devices do have TBC functionality right out of the box. If you found this video helpful or informative, please subscribe to my channel. If you know of anybody else that might find this video helpful or informative, please share my video link.